That's why it gets better each week. So yeah, the update's a week behind because on Sarah's one, I didn't get doing the following one during that week, so I'll have to get Adam out there, but that'll probably change at the end of the video because it's a merge of two of them, so I'll actually have to be talking about 2 weeks in one, but I can still make it quicker, so that shouldn't be a problem. That'll come rather easily. So I'll start with the weekly scores, and I finished with Zara, giving her an 8. I thought she was undermarked. The swivels are really good. There was a lot of flexibility and lifts. Annabelle, yes, an 8 for the tango and then a 9 for couples choice this week, which is brilliant. Had a lot of ballroom and lyrical and emotionally touching, so I thought that was what deserved. Leighton 10 and 9. 9 for his tango. I wish I could have given it a 10, but the judges elaborated on why it can't be. But 10 for his jive. Thought the 8s were probably out of jealousy more than anything. Angela Scanlon, so 9 and 7. 9 for Paso and 7 for the samba. Yeah, it was really good. The samba, well, it was a good attempt, but there was footwork and issues, and she was too up on her toes, as they said. It's pretty much the same with Angela Rippon, the same scores. 9, I thought she did deserve the 9 for Charleston. Again, the lifts were amazing, the characterization, and yeah, I know she made a mistake, but still, and he swivel on a bench as well. Because she sat down, but that's not easy. So, but 7, the waltz was disappointing. I thought it was going to be her dance, but yeah, they said it. Her top line wasn't great in the end. It looked like there was something not quite right. Ellie, 2 perfect 10s. Fantastic both weeks. The American Smooth's probably the one she did this week is probably my favourite dance of the series yet. I thought it was amazing. Salsa as well was fantastic. So much side by side, and I feel like she's peaked now. Adam, to both 7s, thought his American Smooth was overmarked. He still had a lot of technical issues, but I did quite like his rumba. He did do heel leads, and as finally Craig mentioned his hand, which I've said about on the YouTube comments every week, how bad it is, but at least he mentioned it. Krishnan, 7 and 8. Yeah, I just really liked this couple's choice. Not technically great, but a lot of fun. And 7 for his Viennese waltz. I was disappointed with it. I thought it was going to be probably his best dance, but he did struggle with it. It did look a bit sticky, and his frame was poor. So no, it couldn't have been anything more than a 7. Again, Bobby and 2 8s. I really liked his cha-cha. Wasn't his best. I still think his samba and Viennese waltz are probably my favourites of his, and I did really like his tango, and his Argentine tango was good and was harshly commented, did not deserve a 6. None of his dances have deserved a 6 at all, or 7 even for that matter, but it did need a bit more content out of hold and a bit more attitude. Nigel, both 8. Again, Nigel, he hasn't. The 9 in week 1, still the Paso has still been his moment. His tango was good, but he has to sort his frame out, and it was very steppy. And his cha-cha has probably been his best dance since the Paso, but the mistake took a mark off. And also, no, that was it, really. There was a couple of mistakes, but apart from that, I really liked the routine. I thought it was really good. So, who was I most in line with? Well, in week 6, Craigs went up from 6.37 now to this week 6.44. Motsy rose up the most. Actually, he's rising up 13 each week. 18 from weeks 4 to 5. So 7.26 now. Shirley's now into the 7, 6.91. And Halloween now to 7.05. Anton 7.32, just up to 7.38. And I am now 1 behind Anton. I was 6 behind him on the 5th week, 4 on the Halloween, 7.28. And I'm now 7.37. That's really because I give Leighton the 10 and he gave him an 8. So yeah, it's very close, but it depends whether Anton is still over marking, whether that will take over or not. So I'm going to pack them together because that would take quite a while. So Adam's leaves of 27.5 in his ballroom, his Latin 24 up to 24. It was 22.5 the week before, so he's went up by a bit. Speciality leaves in 32. Bobby 30.3 on ballroom, 31 on Latin, and now he's just rose from 29 to 29.5. Same with Christian, and actually Christian went down to 29.5. Still 25 and 25.6 for ballroom. Annabelle's on her 27 and 28.5. 27 in speciality, now up to 31. Couple's choice was beautiful. Nigel 28 in ballroom, now up to 29.6. Remains in 29 in Latin and now in 33 on speciality. Angela Ritten's ballrooms went down, so it's 28.5 in the 6th week and now it's 28.3. Latin 29.5 and speciality 33.5. Leighton's ballroom 33.3. Latin has went up from 33 to 34 and speciality is on 39. Angela Scanlon just 25.5 in ballroom. 29.6 in Latin now. That's a wee bit lower than her 31. And she now, 31.5, but 38 by accident in her speciality. Ellie, 32 and 31.3 in ballroom. And she's rose at 38 to 38.5, which is a mass improvement on her week 5. Can't find the page. Oh yeah, it was only 30, she hadn't done a speciality. But that's really good. And Zara leaves with 25.5 in her ballroom, just 22 in her Latin, and she actually went down from 28 to 26.5 in specialities. It's quite interesting to see the range there. So my leaving predictions have been pretty sharp. Both Sarah and Adam I got correct. It's really just been who was in the dance off the week before. And I did go for Angela and Kai. I went for Christian and Lauren this week because he's got Samba. That might be tricky. It's funny how Christian and Annabelle have got the Samba and Angela ripping as a passo. And I think she'll get an American Smooth in Blackpool because they're trying to get her to have her big moment in Blackpool, and then they'll probably give her some sort of hat key and jazz routine. Anton will go mad. She'll get a 10 from him. And because she hosted the show from Blackpool, I do think it's funny that she hasn't had a samba or a salsa or a jive. So I would say that they're pushing for her to get through. Oh yes, probably the longest thing to do, but 2:30s in the cha-cha now, just a 27 in the rumba. The rumbas have stayed rather good. Passos 33 in a passo. Samba with a 27 now. A jive, the big 36. The first jive in the 30s. Waltz of a 28. The waltz has been a bit up and down. Viennese waltz 32, and a lot of 28s in there. Tango 36 and 27 now for a Viennese waltz. Sorry, that's confusing. Foxtrot 29 still. Quick step, there was a 30. American Smooth have had a 39 now. That's higher than the 32 from Adam the week before now from Ellie. Argentine Tango, Bobby's 30, bit lower than Angela's. Salsa 38. Quite a lot of impressive salsas bar Jodie's. We've had Nigel, Amanda, Ellie and Leighton. Charleston, a 33, that was from Angela. And Zara only getting 25, which I thought was undermarked. We've 35 now for a couple's choice, but just a 28. Or no, 29 for Krishnan, that's the wrong one. But yeah, I was a bit underwhelmed. I did think it was going to be better. So, top and bottom, Leighton has to be top. Argentine Tango, him and Nikita doing Tattooed, Lorraine. Even the idea of it is amazing. Probably, if it doesn't get a 10, I'll be very shocked. And Krishnan for the bottom of the leaderboard, I think. I think Annabelle did better than Cha-Chas. That's really what I'm basing it on, because they're the only really hipsy dances that they've done. So that's why I'm thinking she could do a bit better than him, but they're definitely the two in danger. Right, so since week 2, I've been thinking Bobby could win it, but he hasn't quite had his moment. So I'm gonna go with it. I'm actually going with Ellie and Vito now. Their chemistry's great. Possible romance. And she's had 2 incredible routines. So if she keeps that up, I think maybe they could be a fan favourite. They've no backstory. They're sort of just sitting there performing well, and people tend to like that, and people like Vito. So it could be Ellie and Vito to win, maybe. Now I'm going to say, unless Bobby and Diane have their moment. So the dancer's average. So this is compared to mine. So Adam 27.28. I only give him 26.85. I did think he was overmarked a lot during the show. Sarah was undermarked. Judges only give her 24.66. 27.33 rounded up to me. I thought she was so much better than what they made out. She wasn't the best dancer, but she certainly wasn't as bad as they made her out to be. Yeah, so 10s and 40s. I was wrong with Angela. I thought Angela Scanlon would have got a 10 for her Paso, but they did put her up first. Leighton was wrong about for his Tango, although I've always been right with there being no 40s. Leighton and Ellie were my predictions last week. Fabulous Jive and American Smooth, so I certainly got that right. And I'm going with them again this week. I do think Ellie could get a 10 for a run, but she's certainly capable of it. Fleur did a very good rumba, I think. And I'd love to see the Argentine Tango moment of the series. I was debating whether to put it down for a 40, but I think the 40s usually come out in Blackpool. So Graziano, no surprise at 31.10 last year with Kim, that Graziano scored better the year before. And Luba, now it's based on when the last time she had a partner, Jason, she did better this year. So the only person bar Gio to be on this list to do better this year. Thankfully, the week's scores aren't changing. Annabelle's remains on 22. Zara leaves on 19. Wouldn't fill Zara's in. Krishnan 20 and Leighton remains in 28. Angela Ritten remains in 26. Ellie remains in 28. Bobby has been on 29. Nigel remains in 25. Angela remains in 23. Adam leaves with 19. Yeah, pretty straightforward. And lastly, the best scores. Annabelle rose up from her 30 to 35. Zara left on 28. Krishnan's remained on 30. Leighton remains on 39 for the third week. Angela remains on 34 for the third week. Ellie is up to 39 now. Bobby's still on 32. Nigel's still on 33. Angela's still on 35. So it's not really going up. They've all kind of had their dance. Adam's remained on 32. Yeah, they've all kind of had their moment as such. Right, well, seeing as I can't leave on the board this week because the Christmas isn't up, decorations won't be up soon, I can do this cut, which will be accurate. So it'll be a battle between this side and this side, but I do think this side is looking the strongest at the moment.